Hi guys, martinmcfcfantv. How are we all doing? City 4, Palace 0. City are on their way to the hopefully top of the table. Hope we're all good. Doopy says, oh my God, what a win. 6 shots on target, 4 goals. That's a great improvement. Still on free kicks, I know. Could score from 22 yards out, but can't score from 12. Figure. Go figure. John Stone's incredible. Yeah, quite easy to sum that guy up at the moment. Hello, Blues. Gutted to miss 2 of the goals. Raven Glass Rocks, give John Stones a knighthood. Let's not go too far, mate. Let's calm down a bit. Hi, Martin and Chris. Don't know if they're on yet, mate. Evening all Blues. Terrific performance this evening. John Stones has the same amount of goals as Martial. Good start, Charlotte. Scott Williams is on. Good evening, Blues. Martin with a 4-0 prediction. Probably better sticking to prediction than FIFA. Don't worry, FIFA will be back. Mystic Martin had it again. I didn't even have a bet on it. Hi, guys. Hope you're all well. Sean Kent, talk about form. We've now won the last 8 in all competitions. Scored 20 goals, conceded 2. Undefeated in the last 15, which just tells you what thing we're on. Keep that defence going and we'll win everything. I mean, everything. Well, I did said the quad, but I've been laughed at. Nearly top of the league again, guys. Slowly and steady wins the race, says Vinner. Sean is on. Hi, mate. Change code, Martin. Yeah. New show. New code. Rival fans crying. Let them cry, mate. Let them cry. Mike Perry, hard to pick him out of the match. Lots of outstanding performances, but John Stones because of his goals. Andy Blue Moon, I might thank for a great watch along. Hail the lucky blue glass. Don't worry, mate. You're welcome. We're very good. I found some spice rum party continues. God, you imagine you and Chris on a night out. I can only score a penalty like Bruno Fernandez when I have a football match in PA. Good evening. Martin, great watch along, by the way. Thank you, brother. They're crying. I haven't seen any of them. They're hiding. Says... the quaddy's on, says Ronnie Beaver. Right, let's get the guys in. First one, you all know him. Here he comes.
Hey, mate.
Evening.
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
Not a bad night, was it?
Pretty crap, really.
All right. Okay, sorry, mate. Sorry.
4-0. Not bad.
4-0. No, mate. Dominant display. Really good.
Kurt, how are you, mate?
I'm fantastic, buddy. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
Not much to say, is there, mate?
He's doing the one-liners, mate.
And then our final guest, Karl, how are you, mate?
I am very well. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Down here in Lockdown City, DC. We have like 25,000 guard here, guard in the capital. But City made me happy today.
Good. Neil Anstop. Poor Diaz can't quite get his first goal, but it's coming ears.
Yeah.
John Stones, our new number 9, did wonders. He did. Enjoyed Ronnie Opel is good. Last 15 unbeaten. Nice one, Martin, it is. Kiami's on. Hi, Martin. Nice to the rest to keep our top spot warm. Very good of them. Yeah. Keep it warm for another week. And then we'll be there. I'm hiding in my basement. Awkward convo between Chris and Martin. There's no hope, mate. There's no hope. Have you not got our thing yet? Oh. One day. Hi, Karl. Is Messi coming?
Yes.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Haaland's coming. Messi isn't.
Hey, Chris.
Not get me in the Messi debate.
It'll turn Messi. Was that John Stones or Carlos Puyol's legs and sweet? I wish we played Everton now. We'd be top. Ooh, coming in hot. Sterling was miles better today. Credit where it's due to him. Yeah, he was. He was, Sean. Right, so Chris, 4-0, up to second, unbeaten in 15, won the last 8 in all comps. pretty shit at the minute, isn't it?
That's great, mate. It was 2 months ago. I couldn't see his challenging, mate, the way we were playing. But I think we should bring up actually is the lack of the pre-season, because now that we all seem to be, at the levels, we're seeing a really, really good performances. And it's a different type of football from City this season. It looks a little bit methodical, patience, and I can see us doing really well now. Really can.
Hang on, you laughed at me when I mentioned the quad last week.
No one's ever won the quad, Martin.
And
it shows you how difficult it is.
Hey, no, it's difficult, I admit, but
being ultra confident about doing a quad, I don't think so.
If you would have said, if you were making quad shouts in March and we're still in everything, people would have, it was, when was it? I can't remember the exact date, but it wasn't,
Didn't someone say we're not making top 4?
Yeah, that was Alan.
Yeah.
I know I keep getting dragged up in that conversation. I've never once actually said that. But hey, people make their own sort of stories up as they go along.
Drop your agenda now.
If I had an agenda, I'd open it up with Martin gets the scoreline spot on, mate. 4-0.
Doesn't know anything about John Stones, though.
No. Oh, here we go. Don't know that about John Stones. Chris the King. Oh, God, no, it's not. Charlie says, hi, Karl. Hope you're well. Sean Kent. Hi, Chris. Great winning, no manners. Winner, chicken. Let's not all throw it at the Manly goal. Let's stop that now.
No manners or Mendy.
Hi, Karl. Sorry about the Ravens, fella.
Yeah, thank you for that, man. They were terrible last night. Yeah.
I have no interest in American football.
I was going to say it's the NFL. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather pull my eyes out with hot pokers. I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
I watched the game once.
I watched one Super Bowl once, and then 9 hours later, I still didn't understand the rules of the game. Have fun with the damn thing. When you get into the fourth and quarter and all this, and I'm like, yeah, but it's 5 hours long. How long's the bloody quarter?
my personal gripe was the game was I've never seen so many butts get slapped over a 5-second play. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm telling you. I know a few people who'd love a game like that. Anyway, right, Chris hasn't signed, didn't you? Here, yeah, of course he has. Yeah, title 7 incoming, quadruple pending. Oh, we're all on it tonight, aren't we? Sorry for saying Pep out, says Doopy. He's on his way. Messi's on his way. Have I missed something? Have I missed some news? I don't know. Did you all agree not having a pre-season due to our slow start? Well, let's get into that before we get in. Chris, you started it, pre-season. Because let's be honest, we were all a bit like, we're playing crap, including me. This isn't very good, blah, blah, blah. Was it just simply down to pre-season?
Yeah, I think part of it definitely was. A bit of form as well, a little bit. But I think it really had a massive impact.
Yeah,
I don't really have much more you can say about it, mine. You need a good pre-season. That's why you have a pre-season. You can't go in cold.
Well, I think to echo Chris's point, we can talk about the fact that at the very early start of the season, the top 5 leagues all in Europe were held the top position by teams that were playing in the Europa League, who obviously started competitive games before any other competition due to its format, right? So that only is an indicator to assume that they basically got up to speed quicker than other teams. And now, obviously, AC Milan are still holding on, but the likes of Spurs, Lille are still holding on in France. But, the other teams are starting to come back to them. So, yeah, it's very evident that the teams like us, even United to an extent, had any team that had a bit of a run in Europe last season is feeling the effects of it this season. But at this point, like Chris said, we're completely back up to speed and we really look quite well oiled these days.
I think for us, it's also the fact that we had Otamendi back then, and who was it? And Garcia playing at centre back. And since Diaz has come in, I mean, we've been airtight, literally.
Don't be labelling it Otter's door.
No, but it's a fair point, Martin. It is a fair point. It's partnership that we've found.
Yeah, Otamendi was also the partner in the Centurion as well. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but he was good then. He was dreadful.
Carl's point's not just the fact that it was Otamendi. I think it's more the fact that it's an actual partnership now. I assume, right? Because even when it was Otamendi was playing with a different person every week as well. So there was reasons why he was up. Anyone knows you play with the same person week in, week out, you're going to have more consistent performances.
King of the assist, thank you very much, that brother. Much appreciated. Thank you. Noah Pearson, fresh cold cube, come just taste Billy, not going to lie. Whatever floats your boat, mate. Whatever floats your boat.
It is really nice, though, Noah. I agree.
I agree.
Now, second. Agree, Kurt. Thursday club played few games ahead of the rest. Pre-season was a game also was big miss. Also, Kev having a baby. Sorry, you can be rich, but as babies are hard to cope with.
Very, very hard. Very hard. Keep you up all night. Can't sleep.
Mad 100 for KDB. Stones with 2 goals and Nelson Gundo with bangers.
Martin, we have to talk about that assist. We just have. I hope we do spend time on analyzing Kurt's that assist because I want to dissect that assist all the way around. It was glorious.
You go on then.
No, just carry on. We'll wait to let it.
You lead the way, innit? First goal then. Kev's assist outside of the boot.
See, over here in the US, we were lucky because they show us all the camera angles of when he receives the ball. They show us the camera moves and swirls and shows you the angle, how you have to bend it around the 2 players all the way through. I mean, anybody who compares Kevin to Bruno is delusional. I mean, they are out completely delusional. This guy is Michelangelo with the ball. He's absolutely gifted. He sees things that we don't see. He calculates time and space and movement like anybody else. The guy should be an astronaut, man. It's just absolutely glorious to watch him with the ball, what he can do, what he can see. It's just outstanding. It's unbelievable. That was the only way he could cross that ball was that on that particular cross. That was it. There was no other option. And he did it to perfection. And Stonesy was there to hit the ball right in the goal. Perfection. So I'll let you guys talk about it some more. But for me, that was my moment of the game.
Go on, Chris, because I know you want to wax lyrical about the Ginger Prince.
I thought he was on fire tonight, mate. He's a brilliant player. I think I can't remember who I read in the week saying that they think that Kevin has like a bird's eye view of the pitch because he does. He sees things that other players don't see, and he's just a wonderfully talented player. It was a wonderful cross, but there were several moments in the game where he was just unplayable. I think he is right up there as one of City's greatest ever players.
Yeah. Before I bring Kurt in on this, because Kurt will do a 25-minute analysis, don't you worry. Part of hopes, why are we not getting rid of Garcia in January? Because Barcelona haven't got a pot to you know what. That's why we ain't getting rid of Garcia, mate. He'll be gone on a freebie, which makes it look a little bit silly in the summertime, really, when we didn't take the money when it was there. But hey ho, that's a different thing. He goes on a free, and he'll go and find his trade over in Barcelona. God, I'm like Chris, but without the drink at the minute. Bruyne is on a different level to Bruno. Yeah. One's on Pluto's not even a planet anymore. And one's on planet Earth. There you go. Diego, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Had I driven City tonight myself, and most of the Palace fans would have clapped the Kevin De Bruyne across for the first goal. Man, he's not human, a legend. He is. Go on then, Kurt. Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, like Karl said, the outside of the foot was crazy, but I think it was the first touch that is everything in that situation, because when you receive it on the flanks, obviously defenders are normally narrow because that's how they always play. So then the defender's going to obviously comes at you. So your first touch dictates how much time you have, and Kevin De Bruyne doesn't need time anyway. So when you give a player that quality time, it was a great movement. Great ball from Sterling as well. I thought it was a great crossfield from Sterling. We're going to go into Sterling's performance, but I thought it was really, really good tonight. Really, really good tonight. But the Kevin goal itself was a great move. And we've been asking for a long time for our centre-backs, really, to get in the goals a bit more. And especially from set pieces and wide balls and things of that nature. And Stonesy was absolutely class tonight. And the header was brilliant. And you could see how much it made him and everybody else. That he's not only helping clean sheets, but he's also contributing with goals. I'm pretty sure he said that in an interview as well. Said, yeah, as well as keeping clean sheets, I want to help contribute. So Pep did mention a press conference a few weeks ago saying that everyone needs to contribute. It's not just the strikers that need to score goals. Everyone needs to score goals. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know.
Sorry, I was wondering if Diego's still here, how he felt Palace's lineup was. Because I know it's Tom and Kurt before came on. Both quite surprised by Palace's lineup. I was wondering what he thinks.
I wasn't surprised by Palace's lineup. We'll go into that in a minute. Kamal Dry, just imagine when Aguero's back and firing. I'm going to be honest, I think that's still a long way off, mate. I really
irrespective of Aguero, we're firing at the moment and we're solid at the back. So even if we have to miss out on Aguero for as long as it may be, we're doing the job at the moment, which is the very most important thing.
Well done, mate. Barcelona have suspended their election due to financial irregularities. Yeah, Barcelona are in a bit of a mess.
And they're losing right now in the Super Cup right now.
But I'm telling you now, Messi will still not sign for Manchester.
Messi's coming.
Haaland's coming, not Messi.
I don't know about Haaland.
Today.
I don't know about Haaland.
Target is Erling Haaland.
You're gonna pay Mina and Raiola £25 million?
Yeah, they will do.
Yeah, they have to call it Pepper Dog. You're really gonna pay? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because why would you let a rival get the best striker in Europe?
Haaland's not coming to City. He's not coming.
I did think I was on the same boat as you, Karl, but I think there's exceptions. I think our board will make if it's this level of player, and especially this position, this age, this time. You know. Because it's not only just us getting a striker that's going to be here for 5 to 10 years. It's us denying another rival domestically and in Europe for an elite striker for 5 to 10 years. So I think the club might actually try and get this. Whether it happens or not, it's a different kettle of fish. But I think the club will definitely try and make it happen, regardless of Raiola. Because like I said to you, I thought because of Raiola, they thought, nah. But I'm changing my mind.
I mean, if he comes, I'll be happy. I just, And how much? 120 million? 150?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How much are you going to spend on a Aguero replacement?
We're going to pay 120, 150 million on Haaland?
Well, name me, apart from Mbappe, name me another striker better in Europe.
I would take Joao Felix every day.
Yeah, but Joao Felix signed for how much? Athletic aren't going to sell it. It's not going to be a huge difference in price between Haaland and Joao Felix.
For me, I just prefer Felix over Haaland. For me, it's just his movement. It just suits the way we play. We don't play with a number 9 traditionally.
To be honest, no matter who it is, even if it's neither of those people, I trust the board for the most part. They get it right way more.
Don't get me wrong. If he comes, I'll be happy. I just don't want to get my hopes up that Haaland's going to come.
I don't think our board don't think they'll allow Haaland to go to a rival. I don't think they will, because they know that just strengthens them up completely. But let's move off that and let's continue on.
Martin, can you just give me a hand on this crossword clue, mate? Seagoing mammal, 5 and 3.
Say that again.
Seagoing mammal, 5 and 3.
Yeah. Okay, I'm cleaning Kev as a true ginger like myself. I'm not even going to entertain it. Don't care who roller is. We need Haaland. How was the game where you missed the belter in Italy, Karl? Are you even a City fan, Rank?
He's a football fan, Brian Corey.
He's talking about the Inter Milan versus Juve. Is that the one? Yeah, good game. I kept an eye on it. Good game.
Charlie Everett's just going on. We have 200 million, but he's going off all what the papers have said today.
That's all buzz BS.
They've all rolled out with 200 million. And,
that's BS. What, didn't we have 300 million last summer? Didn't they say that in the papers? I don't.
Apparently we did. But
Fested with rags. Bye.
have they all joined in? Oh, and it's a shame they're going to get beaten. We'll be top. Keep that top spot nice and warm for us, guys. My mate Andy from Man City Man showed me Messi's on the way in Andy, I trust. Andy's very disappointed by the end of this. Because I've heard, won't say that they now think Messi's too old and too expensive for his age, but we'll move on. Right. John Stones and Ruben Diaz.
Oh,
lyrical over these two all day long.
Oh, goodness me.
And we said the other night, we talked on the Friday night social about, and Simon Hill was, Laporte will get his chance. Laporte, I'm still sticking to what I've said. No one's moving those two unless one of them breaks a leg or pulls an hamstring or something.
That's what happens in football, though. Injuries happen.
Did with Liverpool for 18 months. They all got away with it.
Yeah, but when they needed him, they didn't have anyone that could step in. They had to put Fabinho, who obviously for them has been fantastic, to be fair.
Well, we got another one. Let me get rid of him. Thanks for playing. See you later. Over under the 16 watching. Let's get those likes. And Chris.
Oh, hang on. Let me just get rid of this other rag. Bye. Go on, mate. Sorry.
How dreadful was that game today?
I'm not talking about crap.
Okay, sorry.
We're now game in hand, top of the league. We're going fishing and we're getting bites all over here. Chris.
Yes, mate.
Can we say anything? I mean, people are saying Diaz, it's too early to say Vincent Kompany replacement. Is it too early? Is it really too early?
Yeah, because you judge Kompany on his time at City, maybe not the whole length of it, but a certain section of time. But there's no doubting that Ruben Diaz is showing all the attributes that he is. Did you see him when Sterling scored his free kick? He gave him like this big hug as if like your dad was proud of you, sort of a hug. And I think he is a natural leader, and I think he knew how important that was for Raz to get that goal. His defending's world class. His partnership with Stones is fantastic. I mean, was it 10 games and 1 goal now or something like that? It's phenomenal. I can't remember City having that record.
So there's some worrying signs for Laporte, because if you notice the crosses that Diaz was pinging to the right side from the left, his passing was clean, superb from him to Raz on the right. You notice how he pulls his shorts up when he wants to focus. Apparently that's a Benfica thing from the days of Benfica. I mean, the guy is just a leader, communicates, works well with John Stones, brilliant in defense.
Sorry, he's on a white wind up at the minute. What you put in that latte, you?
Just good. It's good to see we have a proper defender after so long.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to go now, guys. Keep the stream going as long as possible. I can watch tomorrow during work. Get some work done, you lazy git. No money. Tom Betts, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Kurt, can we say anything more about these two?
Well, yeah, you can, because everyone's always quick enough to criticize people when they do badly. So let's heap the praise on when they're doing fantastic, because that's all I want to do is just heap the praise onto Stones, Diaz, both of them, people around them, no matter who's playing around them. Let's just not forget Ederson in all of this, because Ederson has absolutely nothing to do these days with them boys in front. He must be having to kick them a bit of his paycheck each week, you know what I mean? Because he ain't really doing all that much these days. All he has to do is make sure he commands the box, clean up if he needs to, distribute as he always does. That three as a unit has become a real unit for us, and it's crazy.
Is Chainsaw Charlie out again? Tony Chris up there. Is Chainsaw out again?
Why?
He's ready, mate.
Are you getting rid of? I thought you were getting rid of people there.
No, not at the minute, mate.
Oh. Are you on the black ball yet?
No, not yet, mate. No, don't do that now.
Chris likes to have a game of pool while he's doing this. Go on, Kurt. Sorry, mate.
That's all right, mate. No, I just like I said, I just want to heap more praise onto him because I think Ederson, since he come to us, has had to deal with different centre backs in front of him. Sometimes he has like a Kompany who's running the back line. Sometimes he has no one running the back line. I think like he's Brazilian, so he speaks Portuguese. You know, quite a bit of our back line's Portuguese. You know, Diaz can communicate very well in English. Like I just feel like it's great, isn't it? And especially as like I wasn't too hot on Diaz because I don't watch Benfica. I'd only ever seen him play for the national side. Whereas I thought he always played well for the national team, but I don't really rate international football. It's only like 3 or 4 games a year that are actually any good. The rest is all pretty by the by. But
can't remember who recommended
amazing, isn't it?
I can't remember who recommended him.
It might have been that guy who was banging on about Koulibaly. I don't know.
It might be him, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He does pull a rabbit out every now and again, you know. As we spoke about, as me and Kurt spoke about privately the other day, I do know a thing or two about football. Breaking news, shock, horror. I do know a thing or two.
He managed a team, if you guys didn't know. I don't know if he's ever spoken about it.
Yeah, it's more accurate than an arrow hitting his target.
Yeah.
A lot of people on here are saying we're going to win a treble at least.
I just want to quickly shout out to Zinchenko as well. Solid performance.
No, we're moving on. Hey guys, football all about haircuts. Not talking about him. Razori's best haircut of the season, best performance of the season.
So Martin, if I may. So my wife was watching the game with me. She said, "That's a better haircut from Raz, right? That's a better haircut. What was that spider on his head?"
Not to do with his bloody haircut. Go on, Kurt. Mention the Ukrainian KD.
I just want to say, like, obviously with Mendy, yeah, we're all a bit like lots of words you can use about Mendy at the moment. A lot of people aren't happy with him, but he's been able to consistently be able to give Cancelo a rest, so Cancelo doesn't have to play left back, right back every other week. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he hasn't made a mistake. He made one bad pass and he got the ball over the top like a couple times in the Brighton game. But other than that, he's been fantastic. And when he goes, I'm going to be really happy that we're going to get a decent price for him.
Yeah. Kurt, you mentioned cleanup the other moment ago. Talking about cleanup, Fernandinho. Are you kidding me? Can we clone him? Can we make him 10 years younger? What can we do to engineer another Fernandinho? Because
we need to just look at Shakhtar Donetsk, who they bought to replace him. You know, keep the cycle going. You know,
goodness me,
get the next one.
It's amazing. I like this. We still have got Rodri,
and it was great that we were able to rest Rodri today.
Yeah.
Different team with Ferner in it though, Martin.
I understand that, but some of us understand what Rodri does in the team, and we don't just go, he's not Fernandinho, so he's crap.
No, but Martin, to be seriously, Fernandinho's passes most of the time are forward passes. They're progressive.
Yeah, but the ball's over the top, 20-yard passes. But you moaned last year with that Liverpool long ball FC. You said
no, I didn't. Well, I
said long ball FC. But you're asking Rodri to do what Fernandinho does.
It's about the options, Martin. It's about them 2 options.
What Fernandinho offers is not just a long ball, it's also closing down space and sniffing danger and closing out fires. That's what he does. Better than anyone. Today, how many times did he sniff out fires? Across the field, left, right, central, defense, offensively, spreading the ball left and right. Quickly, not slowly, quickly. Most of his passes are progressive and offensive as opposed to going sideways. So it's just terrific for me.
I'm only joking. The thing with Rodri is, me and Kurt spoke about this privately. There's different players. They're totally different players.
Agree.
They play different games.
Agree.
And I think what gets me not upset with Rodri, people bashing when I hate him. They want him to be Fernandinho. They want him to be. And Fernandinho is amazing. He is the best CDM we have in the club. But Rodri's still young enough to get bigger and better. Yeah. And he plays a different game anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I agree with you. I'm not being negative towards Rodri. I'm just saying that Fernandinho today, I'm just saying him today was just amazing to watch him play. I was so happy to see him start because we all knew that on his game, he's one of the best CDMs in the league. And he played as a single pivot. So right, single holding midfielder today.
Don't mention the P word. Don't do it. Don't do it. Laporte injury. You don't start this breaking news crap all ever again. Rodri will never suit the Premier League. It's a shame I like that, but I think it's creolised in the league. I disagree with you, Kiam. I do, because I think Rodri plays a very different game. Rodri's game is 5-yard passes left, right, because we always play teams that play 2 banks of 4 or a bank of 10 or whatever you want to call it, and there's no room, there's no space. And what we do is Rodri plays the ball simple and waits. He forces one of their players to come out, the gap's there, then the ball goes forward. And sometimes when we play the top teams, we don't need to do that as much, because look at Chelsea. Chelsea attacked us. So it leaves room all over the pitch. Crystal Palace.
You know, you got a super chat there, Martin.
Oh, sorry. I do apologise.
So it's come through.
Oh, Alan, thank you. Sorry, mate. Thank you. Diaz, Stones and Gundo, 10 out of 10. Listen, Martin, thank God we didn't get KK. Ferner is God. Ploddery is rubbish. Because you don't know what ploddery does. This is my point. You don't know, because what you know about football, you can write on the back of a stamp, Sunshine. So be quiet, get back in your box, and keep watching us from Melbourne, Sunshine.
Do you know what I think it is about Rodri and Fernandinho? It's the same thing. It's the same opinion I have with Cancelo and Walker. It's just like the right guy for the right game. Like,
yeah.
You don't exactly want clones of the exact player, because then you're not having options to change things, right? Like Martin said, Rodri in games where it's a bit more open is good, you know. But in games where we want a little bit more, I prefer Fernandinho. But in big games, I also want Fernandinho purely based off his experience of dealing with these situations. And I just think Rodri's a year or so away from being that experience. You know what I mean? He's still a young lad. He communicates very well. He seems very happy to be here and wanting to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's things that I get annoyed about with Rodri's game, but it's not so much the passing. I get annoyed with Rodri because I feel like he gets dragged into spaces he shouldn't be, as when he plays alone there. That's my issue with Rodri. But no, I think everyone's not everyone, but people can be a little bit harsh. But you know me, Fernandinho is my favorite player, so it's very easy to for me to be biased about it. But I think Rodri's doing a by-the-by job for the most part.
We've not removed Karl. I think he's just lost connection. Werner can pass 20 yards. Rodri can't pass 5 or 7. Are you watching Rodri, mate? Have a look at his stats for last year.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just Fernandinho's one of the most complete defensive-sided midfielders you're ever going to get. Like, it's just, you know, he can be a box. Like, people forget he was a box-to-box attacking midfielder from Shakhtar. Become a central midfielder when he played for us in a 2 with Fernando or Barry, whoever, you know, and Yaya, whoever, right? And then he became a single playing on his own when Pep came in. So he's just the most complete midfielder there is, you know. Who doesn't love Fernandinho? He's amazing.
Karl has got to check on Laporte.
You got another super chat there, Martin? Tell me so.
Oh God, here we go. I know, but it's giving him airtime. You keep telling yourself Ploddery is good, Martin.
He's okay. He's okay. So is Laporte. Just needs time on the field.
Martin, this is Ferner's second season supposed to replace Ferner. Yeah, but I'm saying to play just different things.
They're 2 different players. Just give him time.
If Guardiola was upset with Rodri, he wouldn't play him like he does. He wouldn't let him go 18 months doing the same thing. He'd pull him in, give him a rollicking and say, stop doing that. He wouldn't keep him doing it for 18 months.
The reality is, Rodri can now also be rotated. Last season, he basically had to play every game because Ferner was playing in defence every game. Now Ferner and him are rotating. I think it's all good. We're rolling onto a Premier League title, lads. We're having a great time. That's all I'm all worried about.
So, Alan, are you a big Mancini fan? No. What makes you that? Raheem Sterling. Lot better from him today. He's took a lot of criticism over the last few weeks.
Martin, Raheem on the right. Raheem on the right is a different player altogether for me.
He only went on the right though when Foden come on.
But second half he was on the right. He was much better on the right. Dynamic, unpredictable, tricky, quick. Much better for me on the right.
I thought he did well on both flanks today.
I thought on the left he ran into dead ends again. On the left, on the right he was much better. I may be wrong, but that was what I saw.
Doopy's made a great point here. Rodri needs time. People need to realise he's only 23. Was Fernandinho that good at 23?
He wasn't.
You know, you've got to give him. We're talking 35 and a 23-year-old. There's 12 years difference there.
Yeah.
Let's not judge too quick. Can we talk about Pepper's done Mercedes 50th tomorrow? We will do. Don't worry, Charlie. We will. Chris, Raheem Sterling.
Just a second. So after 10 games, you're telling me Diaz is the Kompany replacement. A season and a half, you're saying we're not allowed to judge Rodri. What are you on about?
No.
If people aren't really feeling how he's playing, then they're entitled to opinion. Your opinion doesn't mean it's right. Right? I'm not saying Rodri is a bad player. What I'm saying is we are a better team when Fernandinho plays. And everyone can see it, but because you're on an agenda, you refuse to admit it.
I'm not
so
on an agenda,
just
mate.
down,
I'm not
anyway,
talking about Marlins with your agenda.
Again, a long time at the club. I can judge him on that length of time. Rubbish. So... Sterling, I actually agree with Karl. I thought he played really well on the right hand side, and was a bit ineffective on the left. But you know, that's where he should play. And if he does that, then you know that's where Pep should play him all the time. And Foden on the left. I think we missed Foden today.
In what way?
I just didn't think on the left hand side we had much about us. I think his dynamism. I thought before we scored, Martin, I thought Palace were dealing with us quite well. It took a wonderful pass by Kevin, a cross by Kevin, to open it up.
I'm sorry, I'm going to bring you before you tell me the super chats because I've got them. Alan again, thank you much. People are going to think you're rich, mate. Sterling, the headless chicken scored. Could not believe it. You have to understand about Alan. He likes to be negative. This is the man who said we won't get in the top four. The man who was like, we're going to be relegated.
I think he's got another
one.
And
then he has the nerve to say, Martin, you're deluded. Come on, sunshine.
5 points off safety, boys. So
he's paying your wages.
Wages? Did we get paid? Do we get paid? I bet Sterling doesn't even realise he's scored yet. Oh, you know, can you imagine a show with Kiam and Alan on it? Gee whiz.
Oh, goodness me.
You'd be like, what? Oh, God. Listen, I don't have agendas. You can laugh all you want while you pop that strike ball up there. You can laugh all you want. The only thing I will say in Rodri timeout is Rodri timeout might teach him what his job is. Ronnie, he's been doing the same job for 18 months. He's not going to suddenly just change it. Pep would have told him by now. You don't do the same job poorly for 18 months and then suddenly the manager goes, oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to tell him to change now. He's clearly been told to do what he's been told to do. Does that make... He's been told to do what he's... I knew what I meant. That makes sense. Sterling plays too much on the left. Karl would agree with you with that. He doesn't like the inverted wingers. Kurt, did you talk about Sterling?
No, I briefly mentioned it, but no, I didn't talk about him recently. No, there's not really much to say. I'm a bit more of a heavy critic on Sterling, just because I know his level can be so high. So when he doesn't reach it for an extended period of time, I get a little bit annoyed. But that's only because I know how good he is. It's not because I think he's a bad player. So that's the first thing I want to say. But today he was brilliant. I missed a decent chunk of the first half due to some, modding in the old live stream. But when I watched it back, I thought that although Karl was right, he didn't get too much done on the left. I thought everything was going down the right and Bernardo in the first half. So if you're not having the ball, what can you do with it? And I think it was the same in the second half. A lot of it was going left and then getting sprayed off to the right wing with Kevin and Raheem on that side. But Raheem was class today. The free kick was a perler. Like Kiam said, when we get penalties, let's move them 10 yards back and let Sterling take them. No, but Sterling was great today. Great today.
You are. Don't pick on me pissed.
I was going to say, to be fair, Ronnie might be a bit on the old.
I'm loving
he's been having a good Sunday.
Hey, Ronnie's on his second bottle. He's outdoing you
He
here.
got the spiced one out, mate. He's having a grand old time.
We love Ronnie Bieber here on the channel. Another super chat. Let's get it right, Martin. You thought Mendy was good. That says everything to me.
I like Mendy. Just so people can hate me.
Listen, because Alan's got an agenda against everyone. According to Alan, Rodri's crap, Sterling's crap, Mahrez is crap. You get rid of everyone, Alan.
Yeah, Otamendi won man of the match the last game he played for Benfica last week. So he's recovered.
Agree, had a bargain at that price. See, I think Rodri's just going to split everyone.
Let's just give him time. Give him time. Let's give him time.
One of them. I remember when we used to slag Sterling off in the first season and Bernardo off in the first season. Speaking of Bernardo, how do we all think, Chris, how did he do today? Because I think the last few games, starting to get back to his old self a little bit in that great season he had a couple of years back.
Very busy, mate, today. Saw a lot of the ball in the first half, especially. I don't think he's quite at it yet. Not quite at his best. Don't know. I think it might be a confidence thing with him. I don't think he takes on enough people at times. I think that's all it is probably down to. Great player though, mate. I'm glad he's back playing more regularly. And the more he plays, the better he'll get. No doubt about it.
Kurt, Bernardo Silva, bubblegum.
Chris was just absolutely bang on. I think it is literally all confidence because when the season and the back half of the next season where he was playing so well, he would try these things. If it didn't work out, he'd run 25 yards back to get the ball and win it back. But now it's like, I'm not in the team every week. I don't want to just run past people. The ball bounces off me and the manager's like, what are you doing, sort of thing. So I think Chris is just spot on. It's literally just a confidence thing. I think the thing the other week, was it the Birmingham game where he should have had like a hat trick? I think that type of stuff doesn't really help him. Although he scored that game, he's going to go home that day and go, I should have had 3 or 4. He's not going to go home and go, I had a great game, because that's just not how professionals are. They're not going to go, I scored 1 goal, I'm amazing. You know what I mean? So I think he's probably been quite self-critical of himself, wondering where his position is at the moment. He's sort of floundering. So yeah, I think it's all just confidence. But a good game from him, I thought.
Yeah. Before I bring Karl in, Michael Judge says, why is Bernardo Silva not an automatic first choice when fit? His contribution is always so much more than that of Mahrez, Sterling, or Jesus. We will talk about Jesus shortly. Don't worry. Karl, Bernardo Silva, is he coming back?
I thought he was conservative today. I think to Kurt's point, I think he was reticent to take on the fullback. He didn't want to make any mistake, but conservative. Didn't want to lose the ball. Didn't want to get counterattacked. Got 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me. I thought he was okay.
Breaking news: Ryan Carrier, Messi just been sent off for punching someone in the back of the head.
You're kidding me.
Got a step ladder.
Who's he punched? The ball boy.
Let me take a look.
What's he done here?
They're down 3-2 in the.
He probably couldn't be asked to play the last 10 minutes or whatever. It's like,
he's like 5'5". Who's he punching?
I don't know how their suspension works, but maybe he wants a few games off of the La Liga. You know.
Have you got Real Madrid coming up?
I don't know.
Don't, because it'll start with, say he wants to leave. He's coming to City.
He wants to leave. He's coming. He's frustrated. He wants to leave.
Love Pep. Hate Alan, but whoa, we're not going to speak ill of the dead, Alan. Have a bit of respect. He's been in the pub, Alan, so he's probably had a few sherbets.
He was a dreadful manager, Martin.
He was, but I'm not. I just don't speak ill of the dead. It's not me. I don't do it.
Yeah, they lost.
Foden had started 10 Premier League games and has 6 Premier League goals, seen 3 assists. I mean, I agree with Chris. I think Foden on the left and Raz on the right would have been a lot more, would have upped the tempo tenfold. But I think Foden now we've got to look at, he's in that starting 11 now, and I think he's just started the last 3 or 4 on the bounce. We've got Villa again. We've got another game. You look at our fixtures over the next month. We're playing every 3 days. And then we're off back in the Champions League then. I think it's just after the Liverpool game. We're back going into the Champions League. We've got to keep everyone fit. The only two that are keeping the spaces every week are Diaz and Stones. They're the only two. Ilkay Gundogan.
Oh, beautiful.
What a goal, Chris.
Beautiful goal. I actually thought he was fairly quiet in the first half, and I think he just grew into the game more and more in the second. And the goal was something else. I mean, Andros Townsend deserves a frying pan across the Swede, mate. What on earth he was doing, I'll never know. But
I love that.
But, yeah.
Let's get a meme out of that.
I thought that the goal was just stupendous, and until he was taken off, I thought he had a really strong end to his match.
Kurt?
Oh, another one of my favourites is Gundogan. I like Gundogan. He kicks the ball really well, doesn't he? Like, just some people are just like, if you just. It's like a singer, yeah? Some singers, they're great in the studio. When it comes out on a label, you go see them live and it's terrible, right? Gundogan's like one of those guys. If you saw him in the park, he'd be doing everything he'd be doing on a Premier League pitch if you asked him at the drop of a hat. He's just so technically gifted with the ball. And I love him. I love Gundogan. Not as much as Fernandinho or Zinchenko, but it's pretty close.
You get off your Zinchenko agenda, you.
He had a good game though, Zinchenko today, Martin, didn't he?
He did have a good game, Martin. Did he not?
I did. I go back and watch the watch along. I did say.
I know, mate. I'm only pulling your leg. But no, I thought Gundogan was great.
Listen, he did well. My issue with Zinchenko is there'll be a time when he goes downhill again.
Mate, he needs to go at the end of the season. But let's just praise him whilst he's here. Is my thing.
He's not going to go for £30-odd million. You're saying, like,
Hey, I never said what currency. I explained this before. Never said what currency. Could be euros, could be something else.
Sachin, if you buy Messi, we buy Ronaldo. Fucking hell. Why is there a charity game on? Charity game on in Manchester in the summer. Have some respect for the Dead Island. It's great. Oh, part of Oaks isn't happy. Right, where are we on? Kamal Dwyer Walker is poor a lot of the time. He gets a free pass.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, Walker.
We are going to go on to Walker next. Ilkay Gundogan.
The German Xavi. The German Xavi. Brilliant. Nothing else to say. Chris and Kurt have said it. I have nothing more to add. Nothing more to add.
Okay. Let's move on to someone. There was two players tonight I thought were a bit poor. One was Kyle Walker. I just thought he just struggled in the game. His crossing is not good at all going forward at the moment. Or
was it ever good, mate? Was it ever good?
It weren't as bad as this. I will be straight with you. And the other one was Jesus. The guy is not a striker. He's not a striker. I'm ignoring his comments because he thinks spending money. He's on a wind up at the minute.
Mate, you super chat. You've got to read out your super chat.
It's part of your job.
Job? Whoa! First I'm being paid, now I'm on a job. Go on then, I'll read it out. Might have me on the phone. No, I didn't. No, I did not. So let's, again, telling lies. Telling me why Plodry is a good player. Oh my God, totally deluded. You just spilled ill at the dead sunshine. Have some respect. Respect at the moment, Mr. I'm only joking. Chris.
Martin,
Kyle Walker.
Let Karl go first, mate.
Oh, Karl. I was going in the same order, but go on, Karl.
I know.
Yeah, for Walker, I just felt that his delivery of the ball was just not good enough for the quality that we play with. And then secondly, he's always passing the ball backwards. He's never progressive. And when he's progressive, he loses the ball, makes a funny cross, doesn't get to who he wants to pass the ball to. It's just, maybe it's COVID, maybe he's recovering, but it's just disappointed, really, with him.
What are your thoughts on Jesus? Because the more I watch him, he's not a striker.
So here's my analysis of Jesus. Jesus is a street footballer, right? So if you watch him, plays in Brazil, plays on the streets of Brazil, he gets that, like my wife says, he gets that goal that you all say, wow. But you're playing in the Premier League, you have to, as a number 9, you have to be a cool, calm, calculated finisher in possession, out of possession. I don't think he is that.
Is it that they're both still recovering from COVID, maybe?
Maybe. I think Jesus just needs to calm down. Just calm down. Take a breath. Delay yourself for 2 seconds. Think about what you want to do. Don't just run. Play the ball. Haaland takes his time on and off the ball. He's deliberate. He's actions. There is no rushed pass or movement. He's deliberate. He takes his time. Jesus needs to do that. Today was just like frustrating for me watching him play.
Chris, but I know people who've had this horrible virus and they're still getting sort of reactions a month or two later. Is it just because the footballers were expecting them just to miraculously come back and everything's fine? And
hard to know, Martin. Is it COVID affects everybody differently, doesn't it? Some people don't get anything. Some people, unfortunately, lose their lives to it. It's people have long COVID. Who knows how long the symptoms last? Jesus didn't look like he was suffering from COVID, though. He was running around everywhere like usual. I agree with Karl totally. He needs to slow down.
Think he's trying to.
Yeah, well, maybe it is. It didn't look like the runs he was making today were going to get him in goal scoring positions. That's for sure. Thought it was a bit of a poor day from Gabby, and I've defended Gabby quite a lot, but today I must admit I was not impressed by his performance. And similarly with Kyle Walker, and I think Kyle needs to be careful because Cancelo's playing out of his skin at the minute, and where Kyle started off this season extremely well, but it wasn't just his passing; he was erratic at the back as well, just like being a bit sort of rash with his decision making. I don't know. He wasn't on form, Karl, today, and I think they are the only two that you'd look at and think not great performances.
They are the only two. Apart from that, I thought everyone else was an 8 out of 10 at least today. I really do think we were that good. Because remember, Crystal Palace, we've struggled the last 2 or 3 years against them. We've struggled. They're the games where we have come unstuck and we have struggled and we have sort of wobbled. There's no wobble today. I mean, I was surprised by Palace's lineup. Thought Benteke, Zaha's completely out. We don't know whether, like I said, it's COVID at the start or whether it's injury related. I don't think it's transfer related because, like I said, I don't think anyone's moved in the Premier League yet, and I don't think anybody will in January. I think COVID finances have hit everyone hard right now. Kurt, what do you make of Kyle and Gabba?
Well, I can pretty much agree with you guys on the Kyle Walker side of it. I think he was the poorest player in a City shirt today. It was a bit odd considering like he should obviously know the warning signs from Laporte's situation that anyone's position is not things. So it was a bit of a weird one. You would expect him to put more of a controlled performance in, a bit more deliberate, as Karl said, for other players. But I thought, Kyle Walker's crosses only ever work when they're cutbacks or drilled along the floor. Any times he tries to do it even a centimetre over the grass, it's going to the corner flag or rosette. So that's just the reality of it. So he's predictable. Every defender knows what he's going to do. The goalie knows what to do. The centre backs know where the space is going to be. But Gabby Jesus, I kind of disagree with both you guys. I thought he had a good game. I thought he did pretty much everything but score a goal, in my opinion. In terms of I thought he. I know you might think I'm crazy, but
Kurt was watching another game. I think he was watching.
Maybe I was watching a different game. But the reason, to be fair, there's about 20 minutes I didn't get. But from what I saw of it, every time he got the ball, he never lost it. If he couldn't progress the ball, he recycled it back. He dropped into the hole when we needed him to drop in to try and draw a centre forwards out of position. He was a big part in getting the space in the build up for the first goal. I think he had a couple of good moments in the box where he got round a few defenders in a pretty tight situation, couldn't get his shot off. I just think, don't get me wrong, I don't think he had an amazing game, but I think he had a good game. I didn't think he had a bad game at all because if you're going to have your striker not score goals, you'd want him to do other things around the pitch. You know what I mean? Because that was sometimes criticism we often lofted at Aguero at times is when he doesn't score, sometimes he doesn't do all that much. You know what I mean? He kind of just stands there a bit. You know what I mean? And that's not always a slight on Sergio, because the best players in the world stand still, and then when they need to move, they move. Right?
Yeah.
That's a credit to him, but Jesus just runs a lot, makes defenders move out of position. I didn't think he had that bad of a game, honestly. Maybe I'm a bit too praiseful on him, but I didn't think he had a bad game at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get everything you're saying there. I want a striker to do his job, and his job foremost, and straight away he's put the ball in the net. And when that ball, that header from Diaz, which forced the goal into a save that Stones did a marvellous finish on, absolutely exquisite finish. That's where I want my striker to be. Shouldn't be falling to a centre back. Should be Gabby. Gabby's nowhere to be seen. That's my issue with it as a striker.
To be fair, the point that Charlie made about Firmino and Gabby being similar is a fair point. Maybe the role that Pep and Klopp wants them to play is a different role, different number 9, a link-up player, right? Dragging centre backs out of position and letting the wingers, and midfielders take shots. So he needs to improve, definitely. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, listen, we've all got opinions. We've all got opinions on the game and everything else. 4-0, an absolute great game for me. Second in the league. Game in hand. Win our game in hand, we're top. For me, we're favourites for the title now. Maybe I'm being arrogant, cocky. I don't know what you want to call it. Go on, Karl.
Well, Martin, I think the goals conceded column is the one that I am most proud about, because after the Leicester game, the 5-2, I mean, take away those 5 goals and what 8 conceded in 16, 15 games, and played all the big 6 or big 5. That's massive. That is massive. 13 goals conceded so far. Just brilliant.
We are chill, mate. But we're gonna say it as it is. We can't come in here and go, everything's great and blah blah blah. When people, not every player plays well. We're just going through the game as an analysis, mate.
And it's not just about the opinions. It's also about trying to explain how you come to those, what your thoughts are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about being right or wrong. It's just about saying how you feel about the game, really, and what you sort of have it. Because it's gonna, like I say, everyone sees everything differently.
Chris, are we favourites for the title now?
Oh, yeah, probably. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because there's a lot of good sides at the top, at the right end of the table now.
Yeah,
everyone's really quite close together. We've had a run now of 5 leagues wins on a run. To keep on asking them to win every game in, game out, it's not easy.
Yeah,
and therefore, you can imagine that we might have the odd draw here. United might get the win, and it's going to be. I think it'd be really close. Presently, though, I think we probably are the best team in the league, and that is because of our defence. Yeah. And that's what wins the league, I think.
Let me pose this question to guys. So I was talking to the missus, and she watches the game. The reason she said that perhaps the reason why we're so good and conceded less goals is because our defense and midfield seem to keep the ball right around the halfway line, prevent the opposition from counter-attacking us, while we wait patiently for the open pass and the open spaces to capture the score. So we're more efficient in how we use the ball versus last year when we just try to lump it forward and try to move the ball forward. We keep possession with Diaz, Stones, Walker, and Zinchenko and Fernandinho in that second third of the field, waiting for the right pass in order to go in and score a goal. It's something I'm going to keep an eye on. I wonder how many minutes or percentage of time we spend holding the ball in that part of the field, preventing them from getting the ball and counter-attack.
I think the issue was for us last season was the ball over the top of our either fullback and the centre backs not dealing with that threat, and Stones and Diaz, no matter who has to go inside or outside to deal with it, seems to just mop it up if Cancelo or Zinchenko or whoever's playing at fullback gets caught a bit too high. But yeah, we are being a lot more methodical with the ball, and we are playing a bit of a slower tempo game. That's for certain this season.
Lost Evans, before we go to Chris. Vince, Chris. When we go top of the league, the league will be stopped. It must be a negative thing over in Australia. I don't know what's going on. And then it's here in Canada as well. It's sort of drip. Guys, hit that like button. 120 of you on. Hit that like button. Let's try and hit 100 likes live on air. That'd be amazing. Too early for favourites, and with VAR, I don't trust anything.
You know, I thought about what whoever said that today in the shower. I said, hey, maybe we get top. They're going to call the league off because cancel the league. City are top.
Well, Scotty Marl has a question. Serious question, Chris and everyone. When was the last time our striker scored in the Premier League?
We haven't had them available as much.
Well, if you want me to get technical, Scotty, we've had players playing at centre forward that have scored goals in that position. But I get your point, mate. I get your point.
No, but the only striker is Jesus. That's the point. I think the point he's trying to make.
I know exactly the point, mate. I've just been a silly bugger.
Jesus. And I mean, listen, we all know in the summer, Man City are going to go out and they're going to buy a striker. We know that. So, but right now, I'm not that concerned. We're scoring goals again. Listen, I still think at 4-0 today, that wasn't our best performance. Somebody at this point in this season is going to get on the end of an absolute hiding. And I'm talking 6 or 7 here. I will be doing a watch along. And I will be jumping up and down. We're not jumping.
Yeah, you know, it could be when Leeds come to our ground, mate.
Somebody's really going to get on the end of a good iron at some
They're
point.
the sort of team that get beaten badly, like Southampton, like Bournemouth, mate. That side's leaky.
Leeds have fallen off a cliff. Absolutely fallen. This Bielsa football.
Well, Martin, question: where do you expect them to be?
Oh, they're mid-table, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where you expect them to be. So why not just go for it?
Well, the way everyone was waxing lyrical about them, I thought top 10 at least.
What? Who said that? I mean, these a championship. Patrick Bamford, Jack Harrison, right? Can't get to the City or Chelsea. They're basically rejects from those clubs playing the championship. What do you expect? They're doing well, in my opinion, right? You have Phillips, you have Calvin Phillips, you have Click, Ailing. These guys can't even make our second team. They're playing well. So you have what's his name? The kids from Poveda from City, right? So I mean, look, they're playing well as far as I'm concerned.
You think they're playing well? Right now, Karl, you think they're playing well?
I think you talk about the style of football, right?
I like the way they play. I mean, what's expected of them? Make top 6? No, mid-table. New promoted team.
They're doing well for a newly promoted side, but they've been on the back end of some spankings, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely, go for it. So I have no worries with them, frankly. I like Bielsa. Maybe I'm biased towards him, but it is what it is. Yeah,
no, I get you.
We're going to talk about Pep substitutions and the timings in that because I want to go on to that.
Pep Guardiola, believe it or not, made 3 substitutions. One of them was at 50-odd minutes.
58 minutes.
Phil Foden in. And then the other 2 were at the 69-minute mark. 2 together. Torres and he was the bloody other one.
Cancelo.
There you go. Very unlike that, wasn't it, Kurt? Where's suddenly has Pep been watching it? I've been watching this channel to realise that he's suddenly now start making substitutions.
Well, I said on the live, I said sub before 60 minutes, ? Who is this? And then we got the double sub at 69 or whatever. And I just said, who's this guy and where's Pep? Because it just made no sense to me. Pep doesn't normally do this. Like, it makes sense to bring on a couple subs when we're a few goals up to rest players. Yeah, that's pretty normal. But the timing of it's more so the interesting thing for me. Bringing on Foden when he did, I thought was brilliant, You know, he wanted to get Sterling on that other side because he knew we were dangerous around the right, and Bernardo had a lot of the ball in the first time and didn't do particularly much with it, so he wanted to swap him over. I just thought the substitutions were great. Got Walker off because he was playing pants, and I felt like a message to me, in a game where you're cruising and you're a defender getting taken off. Unless you're getting taken off to be rested, you're getting taken off because you haven't played well, in my opinion. So I was extremely happy tonight.
Did Walker come off? I think he stayed. Didn't he stay?
Yeah, Walker didn't come off.
Who came on for Cancelo? Am I going blind?
Kevin
Cancelo came on for Kevin.
Yeah.
It was Kevin and Gundogan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My mistake.
It was interesting to watch Cancelo play that midfield role. I thought it was okay. I thought he did well.
Yeah, people talk about that Wilf, haven't they? Playing him in that sort of position.
I think the Wednesday game probably has a factor to do with taking Kevin and Gundo off because of the Wednesday game, because Villa would have rested. They're probably fresh. They had COVID, but who knows what happened, and keep the two players fresh.
Sorry, I'm laughing. Ross and Alan are in the comment section winding everyone up and everyone's biting. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Chris, was you pleasantly surprised by the early substitutions?
Yeah.
Very un-Pep-esque, wasn't it, today?
Well, no, this season, yes. Not normally, no.
Oh, no, I mean this season. Yeah, I don't mean...
No, I think it did the right thing, like Karl just said there. We're 2-0 up, 3-0 up, whatever, whenever they came on. You know, you want to save your best players. You don't want them getting injured. Common sense, mate.
No, it is. I totally agree with you. Man of the match, then. We'll go round. Karl, who was your man of the match today?
Stones, because he got the goals, but Diaz was equally as good. But I would give it to Johnny.
Are we ever going to say a game when those two don't get mentioned for man of the match?
That's just the way they performed. I mean, it was just. I was hoping Diaz. I was hoping Diaz got his goal with that header, but Stones cleaned it up. They were brilliant together, really brilliant. Best centre-back pair in the league currently, if not in Europe currently.
Chris?
It's really hard to go against John Stones. And I suppose I should stick with him. I really think De Bruyne was outstanding today.
Yeah.
Kurt, your man of the match?
I agree with Chris to a degree. De Bruyne was outstanding tonight, but you can't get a clean sheet and score 2 goals and not be man of the match. It's just that simple. I felt really bad for Diaz because the header was absolutely brilliant. The keeper for Palace said it in the live. I think he's a brilliant keeper, great shot stopper, and credit to Stones for being the most lively man in the box to get the brace. Hopefully he's got a goal bonus in his contract.
Everyone's going for Stones, are they? Doopy's been very kind. Thank you, mate. Can't give me man of that to watch longer, do it? Everyone wear a gagool on Friday. John Stones, Ray Fernley at the Barnsley Beckenbauer.
Yes, sir.
Shouting out for Zinchenko tonight, barely put a foot wrong. Yeah, did well. I'm not going to lie, they did do well. But what I don't want to do is, the reason why I'm thinking of some of these players, I appreciate what you're all saying, he's done well. Yeah. But let's not all of a sudden now, well, he's doing well, so we're going to keep him. We found out our left-back things now, so solidly.
You can say someone's done well and also not want to keep him, mate. Like, those two things can happen at the same time. You can say, because like, if you're criticising a player and the player's not doing the mistakes you're criticising him for and you praise him for it, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, now he's not made mistakes, he's perfect, we should keep him and he's the solution for the next 5 years. I don't think anyone's really saying that. I even agree with you guys. I think we should get rid of Zinchenko at the end of the season. That doesn't mean we shouldn't, like I say, praise him when he's done good, or any player when they do good. Sorry.
No, I appreciate it. No, I'm not saying you, but some people will now go, Zinchenko, we've got to keep him, and we've got to. And it's like, well, then we don't bring anyone in the summer.
We should also put Stones up front because he's such a good striker now. He scored 2 goals.
Exactly. You know? The trouble is with football, fans, they're very reactionary. I'm the same. Chris, we're all reactionary on what we say.
Straight after a game, it's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. John Stones, I did owe a big apology to him because I absolutely ripped him apart last season and he's proved me totally wrong. I'm not going to keep apologising. Chris, I apologised on radio. I ain't doing it anymore. Unless you want me to go to his house, after COVID and apologise to his face, fair enough. There's nothing else I can do.
Just write him a letter. Just write him a letter.
Do you know what I mean?
A formal letter of apology.
You're going to come and find me at the Etihad.
1,000 words.
Yeah.
Martin, just say it here. Just tell him, John, I apologise.
Karl, I'm not apologising forever.
He's watching.
No, he's not watching. First time here for Glasgow Rangers. Totally respect you, especially Martin. Loved him during the game. Thank you very much, Martin. And I did appreciate everyone's kind comments during the idiots. Line up on Wednesday night. We'll talk about that midweek, mate. We're not going to do it now. Alan again with the Stones and Martin zipping up to the top.
Can we just have a quick ref check? Anyone's opinions on the ref? I thought it was great tonight.
He was good. He was good.
Everyone likes to moan at refs, but I do like to, if they didn't put a foot wrong, like
he was good.
That, so
he was good
tonight.
He was good.
Well done, Lee Mason.
Yeah.
Scotty Mo, do you reckon Lilo has made a difference to our defence? There's a question. I'd rather get into these ones. Kurt, Lilo. Still hasn't signed an extension on his 1-year contract yet. Because unless I'd missed from it, I remember Pep signing. I've not heard anything on Lilo.
I don't know. He only came in. He might just be. He wants to see how it goes, see what it's like at the end of the season, and maybe wants to speak of them. A lot of people said that he was a big proponent of why we went to the 4-2-3-1, but he's obviously definitely been brought in for his defensive capabilities as a coach, and he's. I can only assume when you're a defensive coach and you're working with defenders that don't necessarily want to defend all the time, it's difficult to get your points across. When he's working with players that like Diaz and Walker, whose first job is they want to defend, they're probably having a great time in training, and that's probably helping a lot.
Yeah. That's an interesting point you make, because Diaz sometimes will hoof the ball, just clear it out and not try to play under pressure.
Yeah. And if anyone tries to give him anything from him, he'll tell them straight, no, that's what I'm doing. Don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stones had crumbled hands up. DP, why are people coming at Martin like they don't have agendas on players? Thank you, DP. Much appreciated, brother. Kiam, 24/7 Johns Street Bands. You're not even funny. Chris, Lilo.
Don't know nothing about him, Martin.
He's proper going under the radar, isn't he?
And then you drag him up every other stream, mate. So I don't know.
I haven't met
You're in the know, mate. I'm not in the know.
No, stop. This is what I'm going to say. Thank you. This is Doopy's point. You want to keep throwing your agendas at me. Listen, guys. Let's rein it in a bit. Pull on them reins. I'm only joking. Listen, Lilo, I did say at the very start, my issue was not Lilo. We don't know anything about him. We don't hear anything about him. And our tactics have suddenly changed when Lilo came in. My only question ever was, and always has been on the streamers, was it Pep who's contributed to these tactics change? Or is it just Lilo who's come in quietly and gone, do this, do that, do that? And people say to me, well, it's Pep's the manager, not Lilo. Managers listen to assistants. If you listen to Pep in the past, he makes a big deal out of listening to his backroom staff. He really makes a big issue of it. And you can find bitch and moan up there like you just done, Sunshine, but he does. So
you got your super chat.
You get another one slagging me off?
I hope so.
I can't even bring it up. Where's it gone? There we go. Alan again. Happy 50th birthday tomorrow, Pep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk 50 minutes about that. Was Lilo the double pivot? That was always my question. Thank you, Scotty Mo. You took the words out of my mouth. That was always my question.
I did a little bit of research about him, but I couldn't find actually too much when he first came. The only thing I really found out was that he's generally the coach, the sides that he's coached at play 4-2-3-1, and he's obviously a bit more defensive minded of a coach. They're the only two things, and I only say those to my points as I assume that's the reason why we went to a 4-2-3-1. Obviously, I don't know that. And in regards to the training, I can only assume that it's just better to train defenders who want to defend rather than defenders who don't want to defend. You know, and Diaz clearly loves defending.
Leg and Sweet says Morris to start Wednesday.
No. Hope so. Hope so.
Is Lilo good in a pool? All right, calm down. Someone put it up here. Did you get to blow Lilo up? Lilo, whatever you want to call. Hello, Adam Quinn. How are you, mate? I hope you're all right. Is it Lilo or a rubber ring? Says
I'm always a rubber ring guy myself, to be fair.
Totally agree, Martin. Pep trusts the guys he gets. Thank you very much, Scotty.
There's no point in bringing in someone if you're not going to listen to him, is there? Really?
Lilo, rubber ring, rubber duck, Rubberdinger. Anyone want to say anything on him?
Enough said for me.
Chris, the agenda master up there.
Just checking you, mate.
Checking me.
I've got the ball about Lilo.
Yes.
I don't know anything about him, mate. Nothing about him at all. Right? I don't know what he does on the training ground. I don't know if Pep listens to him a lot. I don't know if he just listens to everything he says. I know nothing about him.
Don't want to be rude, but City wastes too much money on the best players in the world. There we go. Right. Well, at the end of the day, we won 5-0. We are second.
4-0.
4-0. 4-0. I have been on since 6:45. It's now 11 o'clock.
Well done, Martin.
Damn slack 5 hours later.
Well done, Martin.
You had a break though, Martin, to be fair, you had a break.
I'm not going down this road. Whoa, Anthony Alma, no. We're not going down that road. Don't be putting that. We're not being accused of doing that. Does Martin need to go back to maths class?
I was just trying to will some more goals in. He was trying to do United, get him after the full
Mine had a goal 2 stones. When we talk about Pep's 50th.
Yeah.
What more do you want to say on this?
I'm not really a birthday man, so congratulations for getting a 50. Wish him all the best of health. Not really much else to say, is there?
Quite scary when Pep's younger than Chris and Andy, isn't it?
He's not, mate.
I would like to say, though, the only point in regards to age is he made a comment the other day that he sees himself being in management a little bit longer than he initially thought, because he thought he was going to sort of get out of management early, go to New York, go get a bunch of degrees and different things, but basically just study whatever he likes and do whatever he wants for the rest of his life. But it seems like he's going to want to stay in management for a bit longer, so it's only good news for football.
Absolutely. He's changed now, though, hasn't he? Said he wants to. All that's gone out the window now. He's got a new lease on life.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, Martin, there's nothing like working in a place where you enjoy working, where people love you, where you're loved, where you're respected. It changes the way you think. It really does.
I wouldn't rule. I know this is a really thing. I wouldn't rule out maybe what we've all gone through, this disastrous virus and the sad passing of his mother. Yeah. Maybe he's just thought, do you know what? I can go again here. I want to do it for my mum, and I want to put this stupidness. And another thing for him as well is he wants fans back in that stadium. Mm-hmm. He misses fans. Mm-hmm. As much as, and trust me now, these players, that United-Liverpool game would not have ended 0-0 today with fans in Anfield. It would not have done. Yeah. It finished 0-0 because the games, Karl last night tweeted me a picture about the NFL have finally got fans back in. And I said to Karl, that's months away for us. And it is. We're looking at 21-22 season before we're all back. Yeah. So we're looking at August. And I'll be straight with you. And Chris will back me up on this one. I don't think we'll be back in August right away. I think we're talking the end of the year before we're all fully back. So I think it'll be the end of the year before everyone's fully vaccinated anyway. We're talking 6 months before we even get to the top 9 levels of everyone getting vaccines, and that only takes us up to the 49-year-olds. So God knows where everybody else is going.
The reality is
doing 24-hour underground parties like there was in Manchester yesterday.
What?
It's not going to help.
Jeez.
That's the situation we're in. Yeah, there was police broke up a rave in an abandoned warehouse last night in Manchester.
What is wrong with people?
It was
around the whole. It's not just in the UK, even here in the US, you see people, you saw what happened last week at the Capitol. People are just clueless.
Thank you, Doopy. Martin, you're a legend. Let's go to sleep now. Anthony, I know, and mate, I know. We don't want to be accused of doing anything. Martin, do a 24-hour run. You mean stream? I'm looking at doing a 12-hour one in the not too distant future. I am looking at doing a 12-hour one. I've just got to be ready for it at the moment. I'm already spending 8 hours a day in front of a screen. I can't be going when I try and do it when we're back. Martin is too young. Do you still want him, Martin? Dad's army. No, get him out. He's 50. Too old, God's sake. Everyone will be like, Martin wants him out. Fun fact, when Pep turned 49 last year, Crystal Palace and we drew 2-2. Was it? Was that the same time as well?
Sounds about right. We always seem to play him around New Year.
I did look at that the other day. If you look at some of our fixtures, they're all roughly about the same sort of time. They all sort of meet in the middle.
We always play Liverpool United in my birthday every year around April time.
We play United in December all the time.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I think some of those fixtures they just pen in for commercial reasons and then sort of go from there, right? Can only assume.
We're doing United math and we're top of the league.
Through
He's
that.
having a birthday on his own. Listen, we've all had a birthday on our own, mate. It's not just Mendy's sorting out his party. He'll be hiring a chef. Mendy and Pep's party. Yaya's bringing the cake. Yaya's bringing the cake and Foden's bringing the ladies. What is the future of Mendy? Future of Mendy, I have no idea what his role is. Listen, we could go on. We could go on and go on and go on. All about this. Karl, you are right. Stay safe. Good impression. What? Great stream tonight, guys. Well done. Martin, in the future of the channel, will the channel be open to phone-ins? We don't know yet. We are talking ideas currently. Me, Chris, and Andy were talking ideas. I do apologise again. Andy was not been on yesterday. Andy's got very, very bad toothache at the moment. He's got an abscess. Yeah. If you know anything about toothache, it can be quite bad.
Oof, sorry, Andy.
So the chances are I will probably be back Monday or Tuesday. We'll do an Aston Villa preview. We'll get some of these guys on. Oh, somebody. We're going to get Alan back on again. He just needs to sort out his sound and not sounding like he's in the aquarium in Melbourne. From the fish tank. We need to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. Thanks, guys. Come on, Blues. Ross Evans, nothing to say other than great show. Like City tonight, delicious. Cagoules and great hair, almost. What can I say? Get well, Andy, lad. Great stream, guys. Always great. And when we win. When is the FIFA stream? Chris is hoping never. FIFA stream will be maybe tomorrow. And they have made a signing. Kylian Mbappe now plays for Manchester City. That's all I know.
You've bought every superstar there is possible, and you're still rubbish, mate.
Come on. Kylian Mbappe makes his debut tomorrow night live on the channel. We see get rid of some. Yeah. Alan talks through his sock. I've got
which sock?
The same sock he uses for everything. Great show, but have you never seen American Pie? Get well soon. We're going to get texted in a minute, me and Chris. Great show, y'all. Everyone, I'm just speaking straight facts. Best City fan channel ever. No, thank you, mate. It's your channel, not ours. Your channel. Not a great reaction for the super chat. There was. I said it was very good. Guys, take care. Thank you so much. I want to thank Karl for coming on.
Thank you for having me again.
Take care, buddy. Kurt, thank you.
It's always a pleasure to come on, mate. Chat to everyone and all the guys in the comments. And another great win and another clean sheet. Let's talk about that clean sheet.
And the ginger princess herself up there playing pool. How many games you won?
4. Just wish Pep happy birthday, mate, because we know that he watches and we can't get around to see him. So, and hopefully be around to celebrate his 60th and 70th as well, and then really piss him off. So, yeah. So, all the United Liverpool fans who, watched their teams today. I mean, dreadful. What a dreadful game.
Oh, goodness me.
What a joke team Man United are. Really are.
Dreadful.
Yeah. How many counters did they want? How many chances?
Oh,
crazy.
Dreadful teams.
Oh.
as you can see, many Liverpool and Man United fans here. Bye, Chris, Calker, and everyone in the chat. Yeah, can I just say, Ronnie, best wishes to your wife, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope she
Yes, mate.
gets well better. And also to Ross, your dad.
And make sure you drink a glass of water or something before you go to bed, Ronnie. You know what I mean? Your head will thank you tomorrow.
You want some Alka-Seltzer for the morning, Ronald? Chris has got plenty.
Just keep going, mate.
Right. Anyway, guys, take care. Thank you so much for all your words, for everyone. Take care. Have a great. I will be back tomorrow or Tuesday, and we'll see how Andy is, whether he's better or not. But don't worry, we'll be back at some point, and we will do an Aston Villa preview as long as the game is on. As soon as we hear anything about the games not being on or postponed, we will let you know here on Man City on TV. And because we just don't know with the Villa at the moment. At the moment, the game is on, and we don't know. We just have to wait till when. Probably going to be more Tuesday, because I think they're going to wait on the Aston Villa training ground reopening, and then we'll find out. Because obviously they can't play the game if they're not training. It's a bit unfair to roll them out when they've all been at home training. And, all right, come on, guys, have a game of football. It's proper like Sunday league. They'll all be running up and down the road just to get fit. Kurt, I'm a big boy. I'll have a pint of water. Thanks, Martin, saving all the streams for him. As always, Martin, up the Blues. Yeah. Guys, take care. Thank you to these guys. City are on a title march, and they clearly want their title back. Manchester might be the top two, but there's only one proper team in Manchester near the top, and it ain't those rags. Take care. And as always, up the Blues.